influence, he was working with We Break. So they actually posted um, an announcement on the SoCal B Boys B Girls on Facebook, and it was like, hey, like we're hiring B Boys to teach and stuff like that. I was like, what is this? And then in the picture, like there was a couple like instructors, and in the picture I saw my boy Kippy. I was like, yo, that's my homie. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, like what is this about? Like, what do you guys be doing? And he's like, nah, like we just be teaching kids. Like we actually we teach kids, and yeah, like if you, I was like, yo, he's like, are you interested? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, my boy Brian owns the company. If you want, I'll talk to him. I'll put in a word for you. And I was like, all right, cool. So then Brian, he hits me up and he's like, yo, what's up? He was like, oh, no, he actually said, oh, put in an application. So I applied for the job, right? And in the application, it was like looking for a part-time breaking instructor. You work this amount of hours, and you get paid this amount an hour, and you teach these classes and this and this and that, right? And so it was like a job, though. It wasn't like, oh, hey, come on and teach this kids, and whatever they pay you, that's what you get, you know? It's not like that. It's like they already paid. You just got to go teach the class, but they pay you by the hour. So it's like a job, and like you get benefits and shit, you know? Like, so it's not like, oh, okay, if I get hurt today, that's it. I can't teach classes anymore, you know what I mean? But when with them, it's like you get hurt, like there's cover, there's certain things that come into place where you still make money. So it's like a legit company, like just like how if you were to apply for Food for Less, or you were to apply to something, like there's certain things that are in place. And so I was like, damn, okay. And so he hit me up on the phone. He was like, yo, like tell me a little bit about you. What do you do? Like, do you have experience working with kids? Because the main people that we serve are kids. We actually teach inside schools. We teach after school programs. We teach private lessons with kids, and we preach private groups. We do events. So we kind of cover everything, but the main focus we do is teaching inside schools.
Is it minimum wage or higher than minimum wage?
It's minimum wage. Okay. Oh no. It's higher than minimum wage. Okay. My bad. Yeah. So again, you're always gonna start off at a certain spot, right?
Right.
Just like if you were to apply to this and that, again, minimum wage is $15 an hour. You still, right now, you can go to any warehouse job, they're still paying you like $12 an hour right now.
I know.
Like that's not good. But for this, that's the starting pay, and that's how everyone starts. Again, it's not about, okay, I'm teaching this much classes, this much people, and then you start adding up the numbers, right? Because again, it's a company. All of us benefit from it. It's not just about yourself. It's a team. So yeah, he was like, yo, tell me about your experience working with kids. And I was like, man, I'm always down at Venice Beach every time I do a show.
Oh, yeah, so I remember seeing you a lot.
So I'm like, every time I'm down in Venice, like every time we do a show, there's always a kid who wants to be like, hey, look at the move I do, or look at this move. And I'm always interacting with the kids. And for me, it's always been easy interacting with kids or anybody, just because I love breaking. So I always love sharing dance. And so he was like, oh, all right, that's what's up. He was like, all right, I'm gonna give you some classes to sub, right? And he was like, I started off as a contractor, meaning like, okay, I go teach a class today, I get paid this much. And so that's how I started doing it, kind of like a trial too, to see if how I work with kids and stuff. And it was awesome, bro. Like, I mean, the first class I ever did was doing a preschool class. I was teaching like kids that were like 2.5, 3, 4 years old, 5 at most. I was teaching them how to break. And with We Break, like Brian did all of his research where we have a whole breakdown and a whole like manual of how to operate as an instructor, and also how to teach. So it's not like you have to create your own like curriculum. The curriculum's already there, and you just gotta follow through it. So everyone that works with WeBreak follows the same curriculum, which is dope because then there's no pressure on yourself to be like, dang, I gotta try to see what I'm gonna teach this week or this week and that week. You know what I mean? Like it's already there, so it's just like you're just kind of like you're just doing it, and it's dope. For me, like I've always told Brian, I was like, yo, like this whole curriculum, like you can teach this in the universities. You can teach anybody how to break. Like it's that simple, but it's dope because we've seen kids go from just doing those to now being in the crew. Like, and we have kids that are in the crew that battle. Like, and these kids are not like, oh, like robotic moving. These kids are like crazy dope. So it works. It works superb. So yeah, that's how I started getting with WeBreak. I started as a contractor, and then he saw that I was getting good reviews from like the actual teachers and the organizations. So he was like, yo, I want to hire you as a part-time. But that's when I was kind of already doing my like commercials and stuff. So I was like, I don't know, because it's going good for me right now. And then eventually he was like, yo, like if you really come on, I'm gonna take care of you, like it's all good. So I was like, all right, well, I'll work as a part-time then. So he started giving me part-time hours, and then I was still doing my commercials and all that like industry work during all that time. And then COVID happened, and then that's when commercials and TV, all that stuff just stopped completely. And luckily, with WeBreak, because we're like a team of instructors, we came through like as a team, and we're like, yo, we can teach breaking through Zoom. Like we can teach online, where we don't have to be with the kids in person. So COVID we can still work around this, and that was the best thing we did. Like, bro, I always had a job through COVID. Like, I was good.
Damn.
Yeah, and so COVID didn't really affect me at all. Like I was good. If anything, I was getting more work because it was so accessible. We were getting more people to like looking into the company, and we started getting people from the Bay Area taking our classes. We started getting people from Virginia taking our classes. We started getting people from New York taking our classes, which they would have never been able to if we were just in person.
True.
And so technology, shit, you gotta start moving with the times. If you don't, like, you're gonna get left behind. And that's what all this whole thing was about,
what all this is about. Yeah, you're right. I think the same thing too for myself. I'm like, man, that's why I was asking you about the cricket and the printing. I'm like, yo, with technology, it's like, if I don't get on board though, bro, I'm just gonna be a bystander just looking at everybody blow up. And it's like, all I had to do was just like get into it, get involved myself. Don't worry how I'm gonna do it. If it's gonna work out, just do it.
Right, exactly. And that's with everything, even with breaking. Like when I started breaking, I wasn't like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be good or not. I was just like, yo, I enjoy this shit, and it was a stress reliever for me. I had a lot of stuff it was going on when I was a kid, when I was like 15, to where I was like, yo, this is the only time I actually feel really good, when I'm like breaking all out, sweating, and just tired.
I like that, man. That's the best part of breaking.
Yeah, like when you're just like, it's like
you're just drenched in sweat and you're tired, but you know that you hit all these moves, and your mind is just like, your mind know that you had a fucking good time.
Yeah, exactly.
You walk out the gym, you shake some hands, you go about your life though, bro, and inside you just feel your soul vibrating.
Yeah. Exactly.
You feel your soul vibrating because that's our natural habitat, and our spirit is to feel alive, and your spirit's feeling. That's how I feel. When we go, especially when we would go to Juice on Saturdays.
Man, those are amazing times.
Bro. Those are some of the best times, me and you, because me and you would kind of like do our little things.
Yeah, we start battling and shit, start rocking against each other.
That should've be fun, because we'll just both look at each other and we'll be like, let's go. Without even saying anything.
Exactly. I think, man, I've always tried to approach breaking like that, even with all my friends.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that though. I don't know, for some reason they're just not. I guess I don't know. I mean, it might be something like where they're not as social, or they don't really like that, like face to face, like, cause me, like, I'm social, like I'm always out there, like I'm trying to talk to people, like, so I mean there is times where I just don't want to fuck with nobody, right? But most of the time I'm like, yo, like that's what breaking is about too, is sharing.
Yeah, it's a social dance.
Social dance.
From day one, it's a social dance.
So if you see somebody and you know that person, you're like, yo,
let's go.
Let's go. Like, yeah, but
it's out of fun. Yeah, I think if you don't burn this motherfucker and make him feel like an idiot,
right,
then I think there's no harm. But if we're just exchanging moves and you might have got me on the spin that I did, and if you did it longer than me, I'm gonna be like, yo, next weekend, watch.
Oh my gosh, yeah, exactly.
That's what it's about. And then next weekend, then I can get you, because in my mind, or maybe you might get me again. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you have to get burned to learn.
Yeah.
It's like how you said, you have to. I used to think that like failure was like, not it was it, but I thought, damn, like if you fail, it's like riding a skateboard, because you're a skater though too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole point of skateboarding, is keep trying to trick, keep trying until you land it. It's always about falling. It's always about falling. It's always about failing. You know how many times it took me? Almost probably 200 some times just to learn a simple kickflip.
Yeah.
200 times, bro.
I always have this in my head with skating, is like, I haven't warmed up until I've eaten shit one good time.
Oh, that's when
after I do,
yeah.
I'm good. I can do anything now. But if I don't eat shit one good time, it's like I'm still scared, you know. I'm still not, haven't broke that like barrier where I am free. I'm good now, you know. But once I do eat shit one good time, I'm like, all right, fuck this. Let's go. Let's do it.
That's how skateboarding is, though, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, any skater, though, bro, once you eat that pavement hard enough and you lay on your back, you're going to lay there and you're just going to be like, probably going to throw your board across the parking lot.
Man, I used to snap my boards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would see people do that, like. But yeah, Cisco, I mean, we can go forever, man. We're almost going on with the hour. I want to say, everybody that's watching this, you know, check it out. I wanted him to show his merchandise, but I'm going to show you guys mine, YouTube people. Mike, you guys t-shirts. We got them. He got them. You got to check out his merchandise, though, too. But this is the shirt.
You know.
Yeah. Thank you once again, Cisco, for the interview, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
It has been a minute.
It always reminds me, like, it's crazy how we cross each other. How I crossed you in downtown. Remember last week?
Yeah, I was like,
for a while.
I was like, yo, that's Mikey. I was like, yo, Mikey.
Yo, remember the time you was on the subway and you was coming down the steps and you said, Mikey Ice TV.
Yeah.
And I was like,
who's
that?
He was like, who's that?
Yeah, but we randomly cross each other. I mean, I was coming up the escalator for Hollywood, and you was on the Hollywood Boulevard breaking already, and I seen you again. And I was in my work clothes. So yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, so we always randomly come across each other, like every maybe about 4 or 5 months. I've noticed that. You notice that? It will be like a big gap, and then I will see you somewhere.
Then I'll see. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's dope, man.
So I think that's the dope thing about being like being a good person. You know, not only just like a b-boy, is that you can come across somebody and not have a negative vibe. Because we know sometimes there's other people that's in general. When you see them, you don't want nothing to do with them, man. Yeah. You're like, man, fuck this fool, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, they feel the same way about you too. But every time I cross you, it's always been like, we get excited. Like, yo,
energy.
Let's do something. Like, let's blaze up. You know what I'm saying? That was always our thing. Like, let's go.
Oh yeah, to say about that too, bro. I don't smoke anymore.
You don't?
I've been good up for like 5 months now.
Oh, okay.
So like, man, I've been chilling. I've been feeling good. Like,
is it a reason why you stopped? Is it spending too much money?
Nah. Well, it's a few things.
Okay.
One of them actually, back in like January, I actually got sick, but I couldn't really tell if it was because I was high and overthinking it, or like I actually got really sick. I actually got COVID and shit, right?
Oh.
But what happened was I've been smoking since I was like 12, bro. Every day, like literally, it's like it's not one time where I'm not like high and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was smoking, or I was already like smoking shit, and then just watching the news, all the shit that's going on, and then kind of like knowing what it are the symptoms are when you start feeling sick or getting it or whatever. And I was getting like chest pains like maybe a week before that, and I was like, fuck, I feel weird, you know. And then I was cooking some food for myself and my girl and shit. I was cooking, and I went to go taste some shit, and I couldn't taste it. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, and then my head is like, nah, like I ain't, I ain't got this shit. But like, people are like, yo, like if you lose your taste buds, like most likely you got COVID. And so, but my mind, instead of going positive, it went negative. It was like, yo, like I think I have this shit. And I kind of set myself into a shock. And I started getting a panic attack, and I felt like I almost died. Like I was literally like having like I almost like fucking just my body almost just shut down. Like and I was talking to my girl. I was like, yo, like I feel like I'm about to die right now. And like I was just
I know that feeling though, man.
And I was like just literally just shutting down and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if because I was smoking and it made me like really overthink it, or just that was just a symptom I got from being sick. So after that, I actually went to go get a COVID test, and it came back positive. Like I had that shit, right? So because I couldn't really tell if because I overthought it because I was already smoking, or because that's just how I felt when that shit happened. That's why I was like, nah, I gotta really take care of my health, and I need to be like in my right mind to know what's going on, and I don't want to just overthink it because I'm like smoking and shit, And that was one of my biggest problems when after a while, after like smoking for so many years, I started noticing that when I would smoke, I really wouldn't enjoy it anymore. I always kind of like had a lot of like doubts and like overthinking. So even it affected my braking. Like when I would brake, when I would smoke, there was certain moves that I could not go for just because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it, and because of that, I just didn't do it. Like for example, like flips, back flips, and just kind of doing that type of movement when I would smoke, I can't really do them. But when I'm just sober and getting off, I can flip all day.
Oh,
and so,
I got you.
So it like made me not really like be 100%. So after that, I was like, I don't really like smoking anymore like that. And so that's kind of the reason why I stopped smoking.
Okay.
And then I just noticed I was spending mad money on it too. So I was like, I guess this is the day. This is the time. And shit, it's been good. Like,
that's what's up, man. Yeah. All right. Yo. Once again, thank you for watching Mikey Ice TV 2021. Combo, LA Breakers. Any last words?
Nah, man. I'm done. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, I think it's important for everybody to just, keep doing what you're doing, whatever it is. If you love breaking, if you love hip hop, just be you. Be creative. That's one of the biggest things, like, I learned when I picked up just, I guess, hip hop. I've always loved to just do every part of what it was, like, whether it was graffiti, like MC, DJing, breaking, and even just kind of taking everything that has to do with all that, like creating like events, creating like the merchandise, all just being a part of everything. And yeah, just be creative, express yourself, and explore every avenue that breaking can bring to you, whether it's street shows, industry, commercial work, battling, content creators, like, you see people like on TikTok now,
Oh my
Instagram and stuff like,
though, bro.
like,
TikTok.
bro, like, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but people are eating off of this shit,
Yo,
and then
I'm not gonna lie.
it's even about creativity. Like, yeah, some people
Creativity is way higher on TikTok.
yeah,
though,
some
bro, than
some people,
Instagram.
yeah, like some people are like, okay, flare this crazy move, right? But some people actually create a whole story with their shit where they're changing the background, they're like costumes and the whole like
I
nine.
see that, and I'm not knocking that, bro.
And
like, I
that
like
shit,
it.
yo,
That
express
shit is super.
yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
to
do
me, I
that
like
shit.
it. At first, I was like, people's dissing TikTok. I'd be like, yeah, TikTok's for kids. But then when I started really seeing the lifestyle behind it, and I started noticing like people just doing skits, and it's like mini movies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like every
Right.
clip is like mini movie because people fully be acting like, wait, what? What? They push each other, and then somebody will hit some shit.
And then to go into a movie.
Right,
Shit.
right.
You know who I first started seeing that some of that content, bro? And this was back in 2012. Was Skill Methods.
Oh, really?
Venom. He was. Oh, and this is like that's some of the people that inspired me too when I first started like breaking. And they're the reason why like I kind of do what I do now with breaking as well, because they really like showed a creative side of breaking. It was a video of Cloud, Venom, Oscar, I forgot who else. It was two. It was a b-boy, another b-boy, and a b-girl, and they were in the alley. And then I seen that video. Cloud walks up and he's like a zombie and shit.
Yeah, I seen that video.
And then that whole shit, like that was like the beginning of it, creating content like that where it was funny, but it was dance and it was dope. Like just the whole acting and shit. So I was like, yo, this is sick. And then seeing Cloud's like videos that he was creating himself, like he was the director and everything, and I was like, yo, that was sick. Like he's like he's even doing the video editing about it, like with it, and that's where I started picking up all that too, because when I was 14, 15, I was a lot on the computer, so I was always using like Photoshop editing and kind of like mutating photos or using a bunch of videos, even like film like clips of myself, cutting it up using like
what was that first
Adobe
editing? Yeah, what was that first video app? I mean, editing app on the computer.
They had a bunch of them.
There was one that started.
Oh, Movie Maker.
Yeah,
Movie Maker.
Bro.
Or yeah.
By the time I finished Movie Maker, everybody was like, "I'm on some next shit."
On some next shit.
I figured out how to make a complete story and how to add in music and
the whole shit.
Yeah, it took me a while though, bro. By the time I figured out, everybody's like, "I'm on the Adobe Pro."
Adobe Pro,
some other shit. I was
Sony
like,
Vegas Video.
Yeah, I was like, yo, man, I already finished Movie Maker. My shit had the little things that would come together and they would like splash.
Yeah, exactly. And man, I think that's really like what started it for me is that that creative side of just expression, taking everything that and just putting it all together. I just actually have on my YouTube, actually just recently dropped a video.
Oh, you got a YouTube too?
Yeah, I got a YouTube. You guys can follow me at King Combo. That's KIINGCOMBO. It's on YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff on there.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yo, I've done some really good work, man. I did
Are you seriously doing YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't done it seriously. When I was younger, I was dropping a video like every like week and stuff. But now I'm mad busy. I'm super busy. But I actually want to get into it. I want to get back into it, and I actually have. Last night, bro, I could not sleep. I was up till like 5 this morning, just because of some shit that was going on. But I had so much dope ideas to come back with my YouTube and being creative again. I'm thinking about doing interviews with all the people that like taught me how to break.
Do it. That's why I'm doing this.
Just a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, you should do it.
And so, do
it.
So I actually just recently did a video. It's called The Battle, but and the whole thing about it is like it's just a battle with yourself, a battle with like just the circumstances that are going on, and then still being able to do what I do, even with obstacles in the way, right? And this video was actually inspired by not you. It was inspired by Step Up 2 and Step Up 3, where they were like battling at like in the water and stuff. So I created my own video, just like how like Venom and Skill Methods, and they were like creating their own content. Like Cloud, he was making his own videos and having like that whole production, acting and all that. Like I created a video just recently like that, and that was kind of like I guess like a homage to that, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's dope. I have that, and then I just recently this is the biggest this is the biggest, I guess, step in my career, or the biggest thing that I've done in my career so far. I was on a show on Hulu. I was on a show called Exposure, where they did a photography challenge, and I was breaking, and they were taking photos of me and stuff. And we were working with Samsung Mobile, right? And I have a commercial on Times Square right now. The oldest billboard in the whole city, in New York City. I'm on a billboard right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So, like, yo, I'm mad hype, bro. That was just recently, and yeah.
Dope. Yo, all right.
Yeah, I'm mad hype. We about to keep sharing some stuff. Before we log out, I'm gonna show you guys some merch that I created. And I have my own little business, something I started during COVID as well. I started like creating shirts. I do on demand, which is like, whatever you want me to put on there, I got you, your own logo. There's no minimum requirement. I can make 1, I can make 3, I can make 10, I can make 20. Just depends whatever you want me to make. Again, I can make anything. Also, I can make your logo pop. So just send me your logo. I can make even go beyond what it's already just on the logo. I can, like, for example, like this.
Yeah, show me the shirt.
I created this myself. Got the LV pattern on here. It's all over the hoodie as well. And I got a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'm gonna get some from my trunk real quick.
Mikey Ice TV, Los Angeles, West Coast. Hey Cisco, I wanted to get a picture with you wearing the shirt.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got my own shit. Like, I do tie-dye as well.
Tie-dye.
I do my own tie-dye shirts. I got this this reflective.
You can kind of see it right there, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the red hat, like I created these logos and kind of pimped them out. I got this one. You already know we got the concha bread. It says get this bread. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get this bread. You know what I'm saying? Double meaning.
Yeah.
I create stuff for my job. This is We Break. So I tie-dyed it myself. And I put the logo on it.
Dope. Ooh,
and then
I like
this.
that. Like it's already shining.
Yeah, this is a bling bling. This is actually me. This is my own t-shirt. This is my own merchandise as well. So, man, I be making it happen. Just all avenues, just expression.
Yeah, I like that. That's fresh.
So, definitely, yo, if you ever need some custom clothing, hit me up on Instagram at A.k.a Combo. That's KIINGCOMBO. Yeah.
Peace.